For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manns. I hope everybody is off to an early start on their July 4th holiday week. But if you are hanging around wondering what happened today in the first hour trading pit, then I am here to talk to you all about it. So ACXM, this one gapped open. Yesterday's trading had me put in a $33.80 stop. I had a $34.43 go line on this. Initially, we were looking for about $35.14 as a first target. Once we saw this gap first thing in the morning, this was one that you could handle, and I think the guys in the room did it this way. I wasn't in the room today because, as I said yesterday, we're off to an early start for our midweek weekend. But if you saw this and you looked at the gap and you evaluated this, then what you should have seen was the opportunity for a flip top entry. This was definitely a sign that the buying was coming back into the market for ACXM. And once you had this break to the upside, it was very easy to then just say you had an entry right around $37.75 or 80 cents and a first target at $38.75. So once again, your targets on these stay, relatively speaking, around $1. If it pops up and through like this and then keeps running, then of course you're going to want to stay on board. In this case, $38.75 took you out of that trade, and what a way to start the day. APO, based on yesterday's trading, 33.17 was the go line, 33.37 was the widest slippage we were looking to accept. 32.43 down below this central pivot for today was the stop that I had set, so hopefully everyone sees the rationale for that. You sort of had a big pickup after it got above this pivot line, and I was just thinking if it came back in, it was going to wind up shooting down to here. Stock opened right at 33.37. Required a little bit of a chase actually to get filled. This is not a textbook entry. This would be one of these things where you have to feel it a little bit. First thing to consider when you have to place an order that gets you in at the very widest part of the spread that you're willing to accept is where are you going to put the stop. So for me, at this point, I'm willing to say I'm going to put a stop just below the entry, $33.33, because if it gets back down into this void, I don't know what's going to happen, right? It could wind up going all the way back down into here. And then the same holds true for the profit target. Once you've got 34 cents on this thing, you really just have to consider, is it going to make the move through the pivot? It's worth hanging on to see if we could get the extension. $34.25, a secondary target, so a nice move on Apollo Global Management, ticker symbol APO. And finally, Blackstone Group. I couldn't find a stop for this all the way down to $32.67. $33.22 on the entry. This range here just had too many points of support and resistance for me to be comfortable putting a stop right up underneath it. The problem here, of course, was it was a really tight profit objective first thing in the morning. Once again, $33.22 up to $33.59. Once again, in this case, as is the case many times when you have tight profit objectives, the thing to do is see if you can get extensions beyond that first pivot line. BX put a nice little 5-minute consolidation in, and then $33.59 all the way up to $34.02. So nice profitability on the fastball XRVs. It wasn't all fireworks and easy trades. You had to think your way through them. That's often the case right before a holiday. We do tend to see lighter volume and sort of weird trading when we've got a shortened holiday session. But as I said the other day in the room, they do tend to be profitable days and days in which we get trend persistence when we get picked up. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. I hope you had a great trading day today and a 4th of July full of friends and family tomorrow. It's the best trader education anywhere, only from traderinsight.com.